G'day guys, it's Stas here. Not first video, but I'm sort of back on this is a Homebrew Wednesday style video. Just thought I'd check in and talk a little about what's been happening with me. Look back in my feed, and since it's been a while since I've done a video, so apologies for my absence, but you know, every now and again you hear to people talking about just not really feeling it feeling in the mood to do a video. That was a bit of me towards the end of last year, and also I had other reasons where I didn't really feel like drinking so much, and therefore I wasn't doing a lot of brewing. So yeah, I do have a beer now. I'll talk a little bit more about my reasons for not drinking beer. This is a West Coast IPA that I brewed just before Christmas. Fresh Work kit, All In Brewing, one of their special series. It's got Centennial, Citra, and I can't even remember anymore. Really nice, about 200 gram dry hop. And I have to say, I started doing sodium metabisulfite in the keg to scavenge the alcohol. I got that tip from Gash from Homebrew Network, and my beers are staying way less, well, they're staying fresher for longer, so that's a good tip. If I can, I'll link to his video where he talks about it. But yeah, it's going well. Cheers. So, what's been happening with me? Towards the end of last year, probably around mid-November, I got on the scales one day and I thought, you know what? This is the heaviest I've ever been. It's 105 kilos, and I decided I didn't really want to continue in that trajectory. 2020 was a year where I think a number of people that I know have maybe overindulged in beers and didn't get out and do their normal stuff as much, and so consequently I've been seeing lots of people this year and late last year sort of turning their health around a little bit for the better, and that includes me. So I decided to do some I had a chat with my doctor at the time. I just went for a general checkup, and I was saying that I wanted to lose some weight and yada yada yada. He was trying to figure out if I was admitting that I'd had a drinking problem, and I said no, it's not a drinking problem. I homebrew, yes, I work in a homebrew shop, I'm around beer, and you know, I was supporting the local breweries, and I just drank a lot of beer like this year, well 2020, because I was bored and there was nothing else to do. And I made the comment of, you know, I know that it's about, you know, calories in, there's got to be less than calories out to lose weight. He looked at me with a look on his face. He said, actually, that's been disproved. That's not true. And I was like, what do you mean? And he pointed me to Dr. Lustig. There's a really interesting video that he did about his research, about 8-10 years old now. It's called Sugar, the Bitter Truth. So I'll link that in the description. This is not like a health thing, but so if people are out there, they might find this information useful. If not, don't worry about it. And that also led me to this book from Peter Bruckner, who's worked with the Australian cricket team. My sister, who's a physio, put me on to that book and had a read of that. It's really interesting learning about the way that our bodies process different foods. And so since the beginning of December or end of November, I've been following this advice. So fatty foods are good, like meats fine, cheese is fine, cream fine. You're basically cutting out sugar and carbs. So bread's gone, rice gone, pasta gone, potatoes, all that. I do eat, it's not full keto, I do sort of allow myself to eat a little bit, but it's gone really well. So far I've lost about 9 kilos over Christmas and I'm feeling really good. So if people are looking for inspiration with their own health, I thoroughly recommend watching the link in the video below. And if you're interested, A Fat Lot of Good by Peter Bruckner, worth a read. So what's coming up in Stas's world for brewing? Well, kind of following on a bit of a theme, I'm actually going to see if I can brew a low/no ABV beer, and I'm trying to do a low/no ABV beer of Phil's Wish, which is normally like a nearly 6% American style IPA. And I've just finished filming stuff for a video which I'm doing for Beerco's channel. I'll put a link up here when that video comes out, on how I'm going to do it. And I've got some information from Lallemand that they released late last year about brewing low/no ABV beer. I think they call it limited fermentability, using high mashing temps and a maltotriose negative yeast strain. So this beer that I'm planning, it's only got about a 2 kilo grain bill as opposed to nearly 6 kilo grain bill. Same malts, same ratio, but I'll be mashing in, I think it's 84 degrees and holding 84 degrees for 50 minutes, then doing a mash out at 85. I don't know why I'm bothering doing that. So I'm going to do that, and I've taken out the 60-minute edition because your ABV is going to be lower, your perception of bitterness is going to be higher, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to target the original bittering unit to gravity unit ratio, and that's going to be my guide. I'm also going to try some mash hops, just to try and stop getting those oxidized flavors in the final beer from the crystal grains. Been reading Scott Janish's book. Scott Janish? I'll get it. Yeah, Scott Janish, the new IPA. So I've been reading a bit of that to try and inform, learn something new. So I'll be doing mash hops, pushing the 10-minute edition to a whirlpool edition, dry hopping. So I'm still trying to make a really good, like a big flavorful low ABV beer. Still dry hopping with, I think it's 180 grams, and I got nearly 100 grams in a whirlpool. It'll be interesting how that comes out. But as I said, not really doing too much drinking during the week. I am still having beers, but my drinking game, it's probably a good thing actually. Went from drinking 4 or 5 standard drinks in a night last year to now I might drink 4 or 5 standard drinks in a week. And sometimes, some weeks I don't even have a beer. But now, if I have a session, I really feel it. So just trying to make sure that I'm on the trajectory to a healthier self. Trying to make small deviations early rather than having to make drastic changes later. But like I said, please don't view this as everyone needs to look after yourself. You're all got your own agencies and your own decisions and everything. So this is just what I've chosen to do. And like I said, I'm sharing my story in case there's somebody out there who's looking for inspiration or direction or just finds it interesting. So yeah, that's about all I've got to say. Brewing a low ABV beer, not drinking too much beer, and I'm still here, still kicking. I think that's enough for me. So I hope everyone's doing well in the new year, and hopefully things are looking up. You guys in England, I know you're still going through a bit of a rubbish time. but hopefully there is an increasing glow of the light at the end of the tunnel. And same everyone in the US, hopefully things are starting to look up, if not right now, then moving on into the later half of the year. So that's it, 10 minutes, just over, nearly 11 minutes. I'm gonna go. So I'll see you guys real soon, I think. Cheers.